We ask our coaches to engage in wayfinding, a term we feel is appropriate to the learning that occurs in connected spaces, and we set out path markers to guide them in their role as coaches. Since we see coaching as much about the heart as the head, as Jim Knight has said, and the wayfinding process as non-linear, there may be times when there is a need for, as a coach, to loop back, to detour, to start again. But we believe the following path markers will help coaches find their way. We set 3 major markers for the coaching process: trust building, questioning, and facilitating design thinking. Without trust building, possibilities for opening up to change, to appreciative questions, to considering possibilities are more than limited. And so this is the first major marker for us to note in the wayfinding process. We see it followed by questioning and facilitating design thinking. This quote by Glickman captures the critical importance of trust building to our work. We will need to adapt and leverage strategies that will be unique to our online environment as we each seek to develop rapport and trust with those we coach. We'll be sharing resources and working collaboratively as a group to discover the best strategies to do just that. Once a level of trust is established, we labeled our next path marker questioning. From it are smaller markers to guide us through the process as we evoke the thinking of those we coach, not our own. Through questions, we see us seeking stories that illustrate their best feelings on teaching, learning, students, their values, stories through which coaches and members can make sense of their experience and set the stage for moving people to action. We are so accustomed to giving advice, to promoting ideas, yet in coaching, we believe doing active listening is critical to the process. And then, with listening, paraphrasing what we hear the connected learners saying in their story, validating their thinking. Important here in the listening and paraphrasing is that we make observations, not judgments. Our role as coaches with our members is mediating their thinking, helping them realize, clarify for themselves, recognize their own potential, and through our observations and mediation, affirm that potential to make connections with themselves, to make connections with the content and the context, and to make connections with the community, to become more self-directed. Inherent in all this is asking appreciative questions. Questions seeking elaboration, questions that seek possibilities, questions that build energy, questions that are helpful in moving through ambivalence. Through questions, discovering and uncovering strengths, helping members to realize the potential of those strengths to effect change, seeing people grow through questions we ask, helping to clarify focus, finding a path to follow to become more self-directed. And as these components unfold, we're thinking our coaching is truly a wayfinding and can't be prescriptive. We see how each path marker is intricately woven with the other. Again, moving from telling, from giving directions, to making requests. Are you willing to consider? How do you feel about trying what you mentioned? All this leading to greater empowerment. And then, a time to facilitate design thinking in action. What possibilities have not been uncovered? What experiments might be in order? How, by helping to frame and reframe aspirations, helping members to be open to potential of their thinking, what do they want to cultivate and get more of? Inviting and engaging in all possibilities. And then brainstorming ideas, strengthening mental muscles, sharpening focus, building and jumping as ideas emerge, asking repeatedly, what else? What else? What else? and accepting each and every idea without evaluation or judgment. More than anything, we conceive coaching as about encouraging members to generate and to try out new ideas. From those ideas, prioritizing and then designing experiments, a field testing of ideas to learn what works, what doesn't, trying them out, reflecting on an experiment in which there is no fail, only what did we learn, a perspective often missing today. And we see the wayfinding continuing with detours and loopbacks and revisits, an ongoing process, developing inner capacity, an appreciative inquiry helping people realize their own potential, helping people think about possibilities and become more self-directed. A wayfinding for us that we hope will light our paths, one to be developed more fully as we coaches revisit and loop back with a dedication to the ongoing development of expertise in coaching, building trust, questioning, and facilitating design thinking.